And the fact that you have not even checked in on me since the last time I was on HerLens. I know my haters. I see them. I know them. Hi, Susan. Good morning. I'm scattering the protocol for this morning. Hi, Susan. It's so good to see you this morning. How are you?
Good morning, Fumi. Good morning. Happy New Year. Happy Valentine. Happy, in fact, happy
Happy
everything,
everything.
everything. You know,
How are
good
you?
morning, Lens family. I'm very well. Thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We thank God.
Good to see you. Good to
Good
see
to
you.
see you too. Okay, that being said, welcome to Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. This is HerLens. And you know what we do on HerLens, that we talk about issues affecting women. We drag everybody draggable. We prefer solutions. We make recommendations because that's really why we're here with our ladies. Susan is here. We're still expecting the other ladies. And once they join, you know that it becomes a party of different opinions and suggestions and recommendations. So yeah, that's it. We are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us live as you go via our website www.wfm917.com. The phone lines will be open shortly for you to call. Actually, call, because it's been a long time that I've come. So call, give me your voice. Call us, send your messages 07000 917 917 or 9155 917 917, or you can call our toll-free line 0800 1235 917. Text or WhatsApp us on 0703 1756 537. Finally, 08155 917 917. Now that is out of the way, let's get into it. But before we even get into it, today is the 8th year anniversary of Leah Sharibu's abduction. I don't even know where to start from, because every morning I come on the Daily News Review in the morning and I talk about, we read headlines of families that states that are rife with abductions, states that are rife with killings, and some of these victims have not been found. Some they don't even know. I think it was 2 weeks ago where there was a really terrible, tragic massacre in Kwara State, and up until now, we don't even know what the exact figure is. Is it 75? Is it 150? I was reading an article that said some people haven't still been found up until now. So there are a lot of people who haven't been found till now. But then we are using Leah Sharibu as a case point in terms of, please, what is the government doing? Because it's one thing to be saying what is going to happen with Leah Sharibu, of which, as an aside, we have a Leah Sharibu conversation happening at 12 o'clock. So you want to stick around for that with, different stakeholders talking about what's happened 8 years on. I mean, I'm embarrassed to say that 8 years after we haven't found Leah Sharibu, 8 years after 11 years would be in May for the Chibok girls that haven't still been found, some of them that haven't still been found. And personally, I'm tired of always talking about, oh, someone was kidnapped, someone was this. I'm tired. And what is also unfortunate is that it has now become part of us. It has now become natural for us to say, oh yeah, so they were abducted. Now, wow, God, go help us. It's so sad, it's unfortunate, it's embarrassing. But yeah, I wanted to hear what you have to say about it, Suzanne.
8 years on, and it feels surreal. It is worrisome that, a young, helpless teenager was abducted, and up until now, I mean, I don't know, but I heard democracy is for protection of citizens and what have you. And so I ask, you just mentioned the Chibok girls, 11 years, Leah Sharibu, 8 years, and we have nothing to show. In fact, if not for radio like Women Radio and, maybe civil society organizations who mention this, it would have just gone down the drain. Nobody will even think about these people.
Yep.
And so as a society, it also, for me, it goes to tell how much we think about our citizens. Does it mean that our lives don't matter? Does it mean that anything can happen in Nigeria and the perpetrators will get away with it? Do you know the trauma the parents of this young girl have been through, including the Chibok girls? even when you lose a child, it feels very, very painful.
Yep.
Not to talk of a child who is not dead, but taken away forcefully from you.
Yeah.
Nigeria as a country should do better. This is 2026. Every citizen's life counts. Let us not treat our citizens as if they are some piece of garbage, or maybe, they are inanimate objects. No, no, we can't
Hi, Susan.
continue this way. We can't. We must be held accountable for the lives of our citizens. And so that these children, including the Chibok girls and Leah Sharibu, that they are brought back home. What is the way forward? What has been done and what is holding us back? If we need help, I think this is the time the government should ask for help if they actually need help, instead of just keeping quiet. But their quietness is worrisome for me. It just goes to tell me that, Omo, guard your space. So anything will happen, you all don't go. Nobody cares. Nobody will ask after you. It is your parents' loss. It's not a country's thing. My sister. And 11 years later, insecurity has tripled. So I think our government should please start looking for ways to curb some of these things, because it's becoming embarrassing. Like for me, it is already embarrassing, not just becoming, because we have people 11 years, we have someone 8 years, and we have so many other ones that has happened recently. So it's not just becoming, it's already embarrassing. How do we begin to redeem our image as a nation? It's very, very worrisome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Susan, for that. And my mind just, I don't know, before I just even go. Hi, Ibinaba, good morning. It's good to see you. Happy New Year, happy Valentine's Day. Do we say happy Lent? I'm not even sure. Happy Lent, happy Ramadan, happy everything. Echo Jameta.
Good morning, Olufumi Jack. Good morning, Lady Susan. Good morning to all our valued listeners. It's great to be here. Thank you.
Yes. It's good to see you, my queen. My beauty queen. You are my beauty queens. We were just talking about the Leah Sharibu.
No, don't go there. This one passed my own, I beg. This mama, she won't pursue me. Now they make me the package myself, I beg.
I will not forget the day I saw Ibidabo at the Reporter Awards last year. My wow was wowed. Very elegant. The heels got set. It was this high. I said, what? Yeah, you mean at us. We love you like that. We love you regardless. Before you joined, we started up talking about today's the 8th year anniversary of Leah Sharibu abduction, and like Susan rightly said, no mother wants to see her child pass. It's even a taboo, I think, as a Nigerian, that your child passes before you. It's why in the Yoruba culture, I don't know which other culture does it, the mom does not know the burial ground of her child because it is a war, So I can only imagine what her mom is thinking. They say there's even this, they say it's better for somebody to be dead than for them to be missing, because at least when the person is dead, there's closure. Oh, this person is dead, you know where they are. But when they are missing, you don't know if they're dead, you don't know if they are alive, you don't know if they are being tortured, you don't know if they are being maltreated. There's a lot of you don't knows, and the mind always wants to justify things, rationalize things. So when we can't, we begin to spiral. So I can only imagine the impact of this on not just the mom, the siblings. Like knowing that, you know, we've seen things like that, knowing that you have a sibling out there, you don't know where that child is, and then the impact on the mom, how the relationship between the mom and the sibling. We've seen moms who go into depression because something happened to one child, and then the other children are suffering for it. We've seen families that cannot stay together anymore because the husband and wife don't know how to grieve together, or don't know how nobody's really given the tools for this kind of situations. So I wanted you to speak on that, like as a mom. Like I don't even want to, I don't want to think about it.
Okay, thank you, Fumi. I mean, no human being, a normal human being, will want to imagine being in the shoes of Sharibu's parents. I remember Chibok girls were abducted. We discussed it on this program, and it was very devastating. And in the course of it, we heard that some parents passed, some other parents developed high blood pressure, some other parents couldn't just go on living. I mean, it was a very sad time, still a very sad time for us, because I asked myself this question: was Leah Sharibu, who was abducted on the 19th of February 2018, that's exactly 8 years today, was she the only child? Or was it because, okay, they gave a reason that because she refused to renounce her faith and all of that. The question I've been asking myself are so many, but I want to tell you that there is no parent that will want to be in the shoes of Leah Sharibu's parent. Like you said, my mother lost my sister, and you know this saying of it is not good for an older person to witness the graveside of a younger person. My mother insisted. She said it will give her closure to see that her daughter was properly buried. You know, she didn't really go to the graveside, but she was she was somewhere very close, and it was a difficult time for us. Very difficult time. I was, you know how I came out of it, what I did. But I tell you, even as much as we had closure, each time my mind goes to her, I feel so down. A lot of thoughts would cross my mind. Sometimes I even want to do the blame game, you know, my mind. Let alone a parent or parents whose children or child are in captivity. They don't know what is going on. They don't know whether the child is being maltreated, whether the child is even dead, and nobody is talking about it. They don't actually know what exactly is going on. It is a very devastating. And honestly, I ask myself every day, how do Leah Sharibu's parents, how do they live each day? How do they survive? How do they still breathe? It's not easy. You don't even have to be a parent. You need to love somebody to now imagine. Then you know that it's not easy. There is no closure. And you know, for me, I'm looking at the prompting from our spiritual leaders. What have we done? You know, when truly we are Christians, the Holy Book says that when a sheep got missing, the 99 out of the 100, okay, there were 100 sheep and one got missing. The 99 were kept somewhere, and the shepherd went after the one sheep that was missing. And that one sheep was found and brought back. My question is, as much as looking at the government and everything, I think our spiritual leaders should to prompt the government and question them on the whereabouts of Leah Sharibu. What if that girl was your daughter? What if she was the daughter of a GO, the daughter of a bishop, daughter of a senior pastor, daughter of a spiritual leader whose membership runs into millions or tens of thousands? Are we just going to keep quiet? Who is talking about it? Same for days like this. Except Women Radio, as far as I'm concerned, yes, there are other organizations that are raising their voices. But when you talk about consistency, I mean, I give it to Women Radio. And what are how much are we holding our leaders to account concerning Leah Sharibu and other children in captivity? We will sit down and discuss about negotiation with terrorists and all of that. But we're not talking about sitting with them to release these girls. They have unfortunately become women in captivity. Leah Sharibu was abducted when she was 14. As we speak, now she should be around 22.
Mm-hmm.
That is a grown woman.
Yeah.
She grew into adulthood without the supervision of her parents. So many things had happened to her without her parents' knowledge. It is most devastating. Where are the parents? Where is the spirit of parenting in the hearts of our leaders? Would you keep so quiet to your child? In the time of former President Muhammadu Buhari, yes, call it whatever, whether it was propaganda or whatever, but there were a bit of noise here and there. But in this era, we're not hearing it. Nobody is even talking about, nobody even has time. It's like it never happened. And it is highly devastating that, you know, you begin to put yourself in that lady's, in that young, now I call her a lady, I can't call her a girl anymore. Put yourself in that. She was not released with others because she refused to renounce her Christian faith. Is she the only Christian in Nigeria? As a Christian, just introspect. It could happen to you. How would you feel if nobody is looking for you anymore? If everybody have given up on you, and you are still alive, and you are still hopeful that someday rescue will come, help will come. Let us always speak with one voice to kick against what is not right.
Mm-hmm.
The government.
Oh, we have a call. Sorry to interrupt you, Vinabel. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, could that be Rose?
No, this is Fumi. Rose is not available today. Good morning.
How are you? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Chifagozi.
Oh, good morning, Chifagozi.
I hope you have eaten this morning.
No, I have not eaten this morning.
You are doing a beautiful job because there is something about this government. I don't think they care about the masses. It's just all about to come back to power. How they will come back to that power. You understand me? That is their major concern. Whether you are dying of hunger or you have proven, I don't think they care for that. You understand? Because the hunger in the country now is something beyond human comprehension. You understand me? People are really suffering. And look at this show, Leah Sharibu information of. They don't even talk anything about it again. Does it concern them? It doesn't concern them. It's just all about you. Get back to power. I'm really enjoying the program. I think.
Thank you.
I'm about going to my dining. Okay, bye.
All right, thank you so much. I mean, what he said, he did not tell a lie. The government is busy talking about elections, electoral acts, fighting each other, not thinking about this. And what he said in terms of, are we going to get any notable mention of him today? Of Leah Sharibu, beg your pardon, today? I don't think so. I don't think we had one last year. Even if we do, maybe somebody will just remember somewhere. It's just so unfortunate. Please go ahead, Ibn.
Thank you. What am I saying? That Leah Sharibu's story highlights broader issues in the country that our children are facing. Because, you know, the question again is, what has the government of this state done to make sure that there's no repeat performance? Have you been to this school? Most of the schools we have do not have perimeter fencing. So the children are very vulnerable. They are like sitting dogs to anybody who wants to attack. You don't put children in boarding houses and there is no proper security.
100%.
Go to these schools, no perimeter fencing, no proper security in place. Everybody is exposed. Even if eventually, because of what happened to Dapchi girls, There has been now, maybe they have constructed a perimeter fence around the school. What about other schools? We, above and beyond the insurgents, activities and abduction and everything, what about other kidnapping activities from other perpetrators? How are we securing our children? What are the things put in place? Are we waiting for something to happen before we begin to run from pillar to post? For me, go around schools, government-owned schools, most of them, they're just open, exposed to the highways. No perimeter fencing, no means of security whatsoever. They're just there. I'm calling on the government. If you go to government-owned schools, especially, I'm talking about the ones in Ogun State as we speak now. Most of them, no fence, nothing. So as a student, you can quietly stroll out of school and go and do other things and scroll back to school. There is no gate man to say, where are you going? There is no security man to say, why are you leaving so early? Who gave you permission? So there are so many things we can address here. See, also the government, the lack of transparency, because we have limited public details about the negotiation they had concerning Leah and other abducted. No transparency. So it is not easy for the public, for the people to trust the government because we don't have any information. Even as we speak, whatever it is that the government has done concerning releasing or reuniting Leah Sharibu and the rest of the girls with their parents, we don't know anything. Nobody has mentioned anything. Nobody. Doesn't mean that they do not matter. Their lives matter. Leah Sharibu is from Yobe State. There is a governor in Yobe State today, and they are preparing for the election and other activities that has to do with election. What are you talking about, Leah Sharibu? If somebody gets up now and begins to say that, hey, Mr. Governor, because you have been there for all this while and you never even bothered to even look at the issues of Leah Sharibu, or at least prompt the federal government concerning Leah Sharibu and other abducted children from your school, and they want to raise a protest, they will go tear gas them. Why not do things that will prevent anyone from thinking of protesting? Why not put in place the right things so that people are not even thinking of protesting? They are only busy looking at, okay, you have done this, okay, we need you to do this and that. Because they say, person will not fit quench inferno. You don't play with little fire. You don't play with you don't play with matches.
Very true.
It goes up in flames. Do you have the capacity to quench the fire? So let us, we need to do the right thing. Every Nigerian life matters. Our life matters. Government should let us feel it that they care about us. You don't have to be the daughter of a minister or the son of Mr. Governor before you are. Because it is not only the son of the governor that will go and vote. Election is around the corner now. They are going to be canvassing for votes from everybody. They will go to the cities that they have not been to in all these years to go and canvass for votes. But as we speak, you have gone there. No development has been taken to such places. All the outer areas of every state, they lack development. Are we taking development there? Do you even care about security? I was reading a story some time ago, and I got to know that in some of these places, no network. So if something is even happening, if there's a breach of security and you want to put a call through to security men to come and rescue, you can't even get through because the network is bad. Nobody, even if you want to quickly drive down to the nearest police station, the roads are so bad that you will have a second thought. So what are we doing? There are things that government should put in place so that by the time there are issues in place, there will always be issues. When there are issues in places, you are able to, intervene ASAP and not wait until after 24 hours, after 48 hours, then you begin to run a skelter. When perpetrators have already gone and they're safe wherever they are.
Yeah.
Our leaders should do more. Now they're going to campaign and begin to make promises that in 100 years they can never fulfill. Please, our politicians should do better. We need to be safe and secure. Need to be safe and secure. Our children need to be safe and secure. We cannot afford to be living while we are apprehensive of our lives. Every moment, you're on the street, you're afraid. You're in your house, you're afraid. In the night, you hear a small sound. Your antenna is up. Who is that? What's going on? Even it could even be a figment of your imagination, but because of the level of insecurity, every little sound is a big deal. Probably we can go on and on. I'm just appealing to our
yes, so actually, yeah. Thank you so much, Ibn Abba, for that. We're just going to shift gears a little bit because, I mean, like I mentioned at the beginning, we have a Leah Sharibu conversation happening by 12 o'clock today. So there would have even more time to deliberate, talk about things. You just really sit with it and see what the way forward is. Okay, let's switch gears. This one is a tweet that I saw. It says, "Dear women, your mother is your responsibility, not your brother's wife's job." Hold on. Brother's wife's job. Okay. If your mother is sick, go and carry her to stay with you. She's not supposed to be in her son's house when you're old enough to take up the responsibilities. You as the daughter is the one to take care of her. Pack her poop, bathe her, and do everything for her. Let your sister-in-law breathe. And to men, if you have sisters or sister who's of age, married or not, let your mother go and stay with them. You and your wife will be visiting them and assisting them financially. Stop bringing your aged parents to your house for your wife to be taken care of when you have sisters. It's the daughter's responsibilities to take care of their parents, not your wife. I'm a daughter. I'm the firstborn. I'm the first girl. I'm trying to see. Actually, to be honest, when it comes to my mom, yeah, Namio. Because I was about to say, what do you mean? But Susan, let's hear what you. I think I sort of understand where this person is coming from, because there's always friction, we know, between, daughters-in-law and the moms. There's friction between sisters-in-law as well. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on this. Is it the daughter's sole responsibility to take care of the mom? Or is it a case of we're still continuing the conversation of absolving our boy child of the responsibility of taking care of the mom? I don't know. What do you think, Susan? Before we go to Binabo?
Okay, so from where I come from, I'm an Igbo woman.
Mm-hmm.
From where I come from, and I am the first daughter.
Okay.
It is the responsibility of the girl child.
Mm-hmm.
Because when your mom is sick and some other things, there might be some level of vulnerabilities which should be within the family. It should not come out, whether you like it or not. So you might need to clean her. Imagine if she cannot take care of herself, you are cleaning, packing, and all of that. It should be for her children. I'm not saying we have awesome daughter-in-laws who go that far to do it, but not all daughter-in-laws can. So I know that it is my responsibility with my 3 younger sisters to take care of our mom, while our youngest brother, who happens to be the only son, can come to see her, can bring in financial support, can bring in moral support. We are working as a family, but my mom is a woman and I am her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So this morning, I was just discussing that with my friend, because if not for the radio program we have now, I'm supposed to be at the cemetery. We lost one of our women with disability who just passed on Monday, and she has battled so much. But her daughters are teenagers. So it was her very close colleague at work that could do all of the changing and taking care of her, because she was getting weak by the day. She couldn't do anything for herself. You understand? So it was also a female close colleague who goes everywhere with her, because she had gone up to the level of a director that could do that. But if her children were people who were a bit more mature, they should be the ones. So absolutely,
there's no husband she's not married, she's separated.
Yes, she is separated. And
I was about to drag the man.
you see that matter, one day God go bring story where go lead us in that direction, because I want to amplify one bad thing that is happening, but that's not story for today. Let me just roll it live. So
Okay.
she's a single mom who has been struggling to raise her 2 girls, and cancer comes in
Oh
with
dear.
other things that she's going through,
Battling
and now
with.
she has passed. So presently they are at the cemetery to lay her to rest.
Oh.
Now back to our conversation. It happened even in my own dad's family, because they have many of their daughters, they are more of women. And so the women were all like, no, because their mom doesn't want to leave home. So they left it as a responsibility to the wives to get someone who will take care of their mom. I know firsthand that it is my duty, as my mom is in Lagos, God keep her, but I know from now that it is my duty and the duty of my sisters to cater to her needs, while my brother is bringing in the support. It doesn't mean he's going to stand aloof, but
Okay.
hey, is my brother going to be the one to take care of certain things that shouldn't be for a man? The answer is no. So yes, the women should, while the guy continues to support financially, spiritually, and otherwise. That's how I see. That's my school of thought. But for also the women, the daughters-in-law who have also taken up this responsibility, we see you, we value you. Because it is not easy to take care of another person's mom in vulnerable moments, packing pool, like we said, and some other things that we cannot. Remember, some of these mothers even have amnesia. They can't even figure out themselves. So someone is feeding and doing everything. So we value and we respect you. Thank you for also stepping in to do these things.
Thank you so much for that contribution. My mom-in-law takes care of her mom-in-law. Yeah, like in fact, if you didn't know, you would think that they're mother and daughter. In fact, you hear say Iyamio, that kind of thing. They're really close. They're really close. And every time I see them, I'm just like, oh wow. Like I hope that when my mom-in-law is also at that age, she lives. Funny enough, my mother-in-law lives by herself. My husband's grandma lives by herself, and she's 95 or 96. She's still strong and everything, but there are times that she goes to stay, with my parents-in-law and stays. And every time I see it, I'm just like, wow, because it's very, very rare, especially when we know that it's not so easy for mothers-in-law and sisters-in-law to stay together, to be at peace, which I have a problem with, because that's your mom. But that's like what she said, I'm going to follow suit. That's another matter for another day, right? But so, Ibn, I wanted to hear your thoughts on this. Do you feel the same way with Susan, or are you of a different school of thoughts?
Okay, in life, there has to always be a balance. I'm looking at, what if this mother-in-law has all boys? What if they are all boys?
I was going to ask that question too. What happens in that instance?
Yes. You see, relationship matters. And in whatever we do, we should not forget that there is tomorrow. There is tomorrow, and there is something we call gratitude. There's something we call love. You see, if we have all of this existing in our mind and we are living by these standards, when your mother-in-law is able, even if our daughters are available, you can step in and assist. That is, if you have the time to do it. But what I don't agree with is, this woman probably has daughters, and they feel that because you are the daughter-in-law, it is your responsibility. That is completely.
Yeah, because there are women. There are women who believe that, and I'm like,
no. I will
especially
never
when they feel like the man is rich, they're not like, oh, what's she using her money for, or what's she spending our brother's money for? And I'm like,
I'm not going to agree with that, because you see, first and foremost, she's your mother. On point two, if this woman get plenty money, are they going to share your daughter-in-law out of the inheritance? They will give her.
Hey. You are going somewhere else, so Jesus.
Imagine such a woman now, writes her will, and she's in the will, she puts it that her daughter-in-law should take half of everything she had. Maybe she now, they're not go green now. So why would you insist that it's your sister-in-law that should take care of your mom? First and foremost, it is your responsibility. She took care of you. So when she is in need, you should take care of her. There are people who will feel that, because she bought me, so why should I? Then why should your sister-in-law do it? Why? If you feel you shouldn't do it because of whatever reason, then why should your sister-in-law do it? If we look at the number of years your mother took care of you, has she taken care of her daughter-in-law for such number of years? I mean, let's have a balance. As a daughter, as far as I'm concerned, my mother-in-law is passed, but when she was alive, her daughters took care of her, and in fact, it was like, But we, the daughters-in-law, put in our best too. Each time she came visiting, I did my best, and we would gist. Sometimes she would say, "When are you coming back from work? Make you not pay today, oh," you know, that kind of thing. Because sometimes there will be gist, you know, that kind of a thing. So I feel that we should just have an open mind and stop all this sister-in-law, mother-in-law, and let us just be human. Let's be human beings, and let's be humane in whatever we do. If it is difficult for you to help your mother-in-law, then who can you help? Grandmother of your children. But people now saying you are the one that must do it is what I do. Please, she's your mother. I can come in and assist because by marriage, now she's my mother as well. And I believe that in whatever way she helped in my marriage, she would help. She would assist. So why not help out in a vulnerable state? But for you to tell me, Omo, my responsibility, you lie. And I have male children. So I don't pray that I become a burden to anybody. But above and beyond being a burden, sometimes you need companion, you need friends, you need people around you. It's not always because you're going to park pool. Sometimes you want to pay a visit and, show some love to this mother-in-law of yours. No problem. There are some mothers-in-law that their daughters gone are very far away. They don't come, they don't show up.
Yeah.
That goes there to visit and everything. I know a family where the daughter, in fact, she even looks like a daughter to her mother-in-law. So I knew her years ago. I didn't know that wasn't her mother.
Right.
Mother gone. I didn't know that wasn't her mother. I didn't know it was her mother-in-law. Because they look, for me, they look alike. And people say it too. Until no conversation, she never bothered to even mention. She just would call her mommy, mommy, mommy. So we didn't know. I mean, I don't prod, I don't ask some very personal question. I will not ask you anything. So we don't until the conversation went that direction. That was when I knew that was her mother-in-law. Really? How come you can't look like her? Like, was that why you married her son? Because you look like her daughter. You know, that kind of a thing. So before that woman, if there was anything, she would call her daughter-in-law first before she would call her own daughters. It is called relationship. They have built that relationship. So if the daughter-in-law takes it upon herself to take care of this woman in a vulnerable state, I would not be surprised. Because they are to a point where they are so close. They are so close that this friend of mine tells me that, that there are some issues that I will be quick to discuss with my mother-in-law than my mom. I said, wow. She said, yes. That is how close they are. So it's not always battle, war between daughters-in-law and mothers-in-law. There are people who are in relationship. Keep an open mind. Don't saddle anybody with responsibility. Let people just take it up because they want to do it. Don't make it because you are creating a friction. If I feel that, yes, my mother-in-law needs something and I can step in and close that gap, And you do it. But when you now want to make it look as if I'm not married to her son, you won't call where she born. She carry it for now she born you. What do you do? What do you are that they do? If she build house for village now me go claim the house. If she not put down will and she has properties and probably she wasn't the type that would write down a will and she passes. Am I going to come and be contesting the properties with you people? When people say that, now daughter-in-law you've been, which one could be your own? So why would you not tell me that it is my sole responsibility? No, I will step in the relationship. I will do it. I will do it because she is a lovable, loving woman. So
we have a call. Sorry to interrupt you, Binabo. Hello, good morning. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Okay.
What does it? I mean, don't make it compulsory, but let me do it because I was properly trained, properly raised, and then I have a good relationship with this person. So, and I don't feel irritated by anything about her. Why not? I will insist. Don't
okay, we have a call again. Hello, good morning. We cannot hear you. The network is bad, though.
And I have when I said,
can you try calling back? There's no net. We can't hear you clearly. Thank you. Actually, we're even running out of time. But in the few minutes that we have, Susan, do you want to give your final word before we come back to Ibinabo?
Oh, okay, I want to totally agree with Ibinabo. Of course, we've said it. One, we have established that it is the responsibility of the daughters. That is the truth. Because like she said, I mean, when you will share, even if it is her pot and her clothes that she has, forget properties like in my place, pots, properties, everything. It is the daughters who share those things. So it is also your responsibility to cater to her needs. Your sister-in-law steps in to support. It is not her responsibility because she is married to your brother. No, it is not. I think we have established that. But based on relationship, some people are quite close to their mothers-in-law, and so they can step in and do whatever. And so we also appreciate those people, like I said earlier, because I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy taking care of people in their vulnerable state, especially when they are not your mom. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Susan. Next, Ibinabo.
Okay, I just want to appeal to everyone out there, our leaders, our religious leaders, our political leaders, that the life of every Nigerian matters. Let us stop sleeping on matters and then stop ignoring some situations, like the case of Leah Sharibu. You were anything to us, I'm not telling us anything. Any Nigerian who is sensitive to this matter, it could have been you, it could have been your sister, it could have been your friend. Don't say because it's far up in the north, so it doesn't concern you. As long as you are alive, you are open to any event, any circumstance, any situation. So our leaders should be up and doing as it pertains to the citizens. Please, no life is too small to be rescued. No life is too big that must be rescued. Everybody should be taken care of by our leaders. Thank you.
Thank you so much. There you have it. We are done with HerLens this morning. Susan wrapped it up with the sister-in-law, mother-in-law conversation, and Ibinabo wrapped it up on Leah Sharibu. As we go about our day, please, let's remember the families of Leah Sharibu, maybe in our prayers, in our thoughts, because this must be a traumatic experience for them as well. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming on the show. It was I love doing this. I'll with you tomorrow. Hopefully, Rose will pick it up again on HerLens tomorrow. Again, remember that the Leah Sharibu conversation, 8 years on with unanswered questions, is happening by 12 o'clock. So you want to stick around for that and be a part of that conversation. With that being said, do have a lovely day. Thank you once again, Susan and Ibn Abel, for coming on the show today.
Thank you.